Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, welcome for the first time. My lighting isn't perfect. As you can see behind me, it is raining in what's supposed to be sunny San Diego, so you know. Anyway, so I just want to say, yeah, sometimes moms have sensory overload, and that's just what it is. At the end of a long day, we are strung out sometimes just with all the touchy-feely stuff that goes with being a mom. Kids hanging off of you 24/7. Mama, 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 all day. And some of it is super sweet. Like, I know for me, like when my 1.5-year-old is mom, 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 like it is sweet, but sometimes you're just like, after the millionth time, you're kind of like, your head's just like a little bit like, you get like a little twitch almost like I do. It's like, oh, it's super sweet, but at the end of the day, you're like, oh Lord, just make it stop, please. Because you feel like you're not somehow meeting their needs, and you're, as a mom, it's all you want to do, but they just, mom, 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 you're like, I'm right here. I'm seriously right here. What can I do? Um, and then my 4-year-old, he's just sweet. Mommy, I want to cuddle. And you're like, but I'm doing laundry. Like, and all you want to do is stop. And sometimes there's just so many things that a mom has to do. And it's really hard to meet all of those needs. So at the end of the day, we are just really struggling with the weight of that sometimes. And then there's the fits and the tantrums that we're also struggling with. And if it's been one of those days that's been heavy on that, it can just be really hard to pull ourselves out of kind of that negativity where we start to feel like, man, did I really handle that the right way? Or did I maybe discourage them? Or did I do the right thing there? It can be a really tough thing being a mom. And so sometimes when our partner walks in the door, it's not always our first thing to run up and hug. Sometimes our first response is almost like a little porcupine, like, um, because we can be like touched out and feeled out and noised out. I know that's sometimes my first response. Like, honestly, sometimes at the end of a day, a straight jacket in a padded room sounds fantastic. Like, honestly, that just sounds great. Like, if that's what it would take to get some peace and quiet, I would be like, sign me up, really. Like, and I know it sounds extreme, but like, get tired. And it doesn't mean we don't love being a mom, because I love being a mom, and I would not choose anything more than just to be home with my kids. Like, I love it. But we get tired. And so, how do we get past that sensory overload to connect with our partners, to be present with our kids? And for me, finding those quiet moments with our kids through the day, that's how I connect with them. But again, by the end of the day, I am so just spent that by the time my partner gets home, I'm like, and those porcupine needles come out. So I don't always give the right response. And I've come up with some ways that I've found that are kind of helping me to maybe to get on the same page so that he's aware of where I'm at. And we can kind of work together on that. And that's been really helpful. I think he's kind of knows now that like I need a moment, and he's really been really great actually giving me that. Kudos to him. Like, he'll take the kids for an hour and like give me that time to decompress. So here's some 5 tips that I've come up with to de-stress and connect and sort of help you decompress from that sensory overload, and then come back and find that way to connect with your partner. And that way you'd be way healthier as a mom, and you'd be able to be way healthier as a couple. So the first one is just to communicate with your partner about your day and your stress level. Are you here? You've had a really good day. It's here, and he's going to know what he's walking into before he gets home. And I think sometimes that's really helpful for them. you can get on that same page with your partner so that you can get a plan to get you a moment mentally and emotionally, physically, to unwind from the day. And in most cases, that does involve some teamwork. I know my partner gives me like a walk. He like takes the kids for a walk and gives me that time. Sometimes I'm vacuuming and listening to music or a podcast. Sometimes I get my shower in. Sometimes I'm listening to a podcast and doing dinner. And that just really gives me a time to just kind of, yeah, kind of decompress. Also, just a little bit of feeding my spirit, my soul a little bit. And then number 3, relax and decompress from the day. I think that kind of falls in with that second one. And then get it done. It's just really important. It's just so important. We just like to glaze right over it. But if you don't take that time, I mean, I wasn't for so long, and I was so angry all the time. And like, why? Well, I wasn't getting any of that. I wasn't taking it. And you have to. So, and then 4, connect with your partner. So if you're doing all these things, but you're not taking that time to connect with each other, then that's it. Really, you've got to. And this is really important because it's really easy to skip that and then just go straight to sleep at the end of the night. But if you guys don't take time to talk to each other, at least, like, how are you? I mean, I don't know. I just feel like that's really important for you as a mom too. You can't carry the weight of everything by yourself. It's really important to communicate and connect as a couple. Much easier just to go straight to sleep, but if you can feed your relationship, you're feeding that foundation. Really beyond even where the kids are when they go off, then you have that foundation still left for you. And as silly as it sounds, and everybody knows it, but investing in that physical relationship that you have too is so valuable. And you know what? It's gonna help you sleep better. It's proven. It's like scientific. So put on that lingerie or don't take it off, I guess. But that sex has a lot of benefits as well. So get to it, mama. Don't focus on all those little things. Oh, I gotta lose 5 pounds. Oh, I gotta do. Just forget it. Like, I guarantee he doesn't care. Like, once you have like kids, like, they're just like feeling lucky that they're getting it. So just connect. And you know what? I think that the fact that we sleep better after is nature's way of rewarding us as moms. So I say get to it. Anyways, I hope that these tips have been helpful in some way. And I think that realizing that it's okay to have kind of sensory overload and that you're not the only one experiencing it is really important, because kind of can feel that way at times. Like, am I going a little mental? That you're not, because we've all been there. So don't be alone in it. Reach out, talk to your friends, because I guarantee like they're in it with you. And talk to your partner, because they don't know. They can't read your mind. I expect that a lot, and then I realize, like, wait, he's not like reading my thoughts. So unless I vocalize this stuff, like, I'm just I'm just hanging out with my own thoughts. That vocalize it, talk about it, and deal with it. All right. I hope you're having a wonderful week, and it's like the middle. We're almost, to the other side. So Thursday is upon us, and it's going to be a great weekend. So yeah, get some Christmas shopping done, and we will see you tomorrow. Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Baby Mama Homie, or Baby Mama Homespun if you follow my blog, my Instagram, Baby Mama Homespun, IGTV. YouTube is Baby Mama Homie. Pinterest, Baby Mama Homespun. Good to see you back. Today I'm going to talk about sensory overload as a mom. Yes, it does happen. It's a real thing. Trust me, I have two kids. One is 4 and one is 1.5. Yeah, so the days are long and they're awesome. And I am so lucky that I can stay home with my kids and I love every second of it. But I also get exhausted and overwhelmed. And sometimes when my boyfriend walks in at the end of the day, I am probably look like a little bit of a rabid raccoon or something, like foaming at the mouth maybe, a little bit like, or something. Because it's like, I am having fun with them all day and I love it, and we do crafts and we engage and we have a great time. But at the same time, like sometimes you're just like, stop. Because you have all those great moments where there's those like, Mommy, I love you, and the high fives and the potty victories. And then you have those moments of like those screaming tantrums and the, you're awful, I hate you, because you say the bad word, the no word that nobody wants to hear, right? When you're 4, that's a bad word. And even when you're 1.5, if you have an older brother, like, whew, yeah, they learn quick. So the hitting and all that stuff that you have to deal with when you're a mom, like, at the end of the day, like, you're touched out, you're feeled out, you're noised out. You just, like, at that point, a padded cell and a straitjacket actually sounds kind of good to me. Like, it's not such a bad idea. I'm like, I bring it on. I just need some quiet. Like, I need some me time. And I'll do anything for it. Like, if the straitjacket's the way to get it. No, I'm just kidding. Totally kidding, but really. Some days it's like that. And so when Kurt walks in the door and he's like, hey, and he's excited, and he's like ready for a hug, I'm like, sometimes. And that's not really the response that I want to give, but at the same time, that's the response to get sometimes. And so that's been something fun that I've had to like sort of work through. It's just like vocalizing like, hey, I love you, and part of me is excited as you. Part of me is just like, take these kids and give me 5 minutes to like decompress, because yeah, and sometimes guys don't realize because they're like gone, they're at work, they feel like, oh, I've been dealing with the pressures of the work world, and they don't realize like, we've been like dealing with some stuff here at home, and we're not always just like, yay, let me give you a hug, and yay. Sometimes we're just like, dude, I need like a while to just like process everything I just went through today. And especially if you are more of a, like an introvert, or you're somewhat of an introvert, or where you're one of those people that like, you are social but you need time to recharge. That's kind of how I am. Then it's going to really hit you hard. And that's how I'm like, I can only handle so much, and then I need to recharge. And so there's some things that I've learned that I've had to put in effect, some tools, so that basically my relationship with Kurt works, and then also I don't kill my kids every day. So obviously they're still alive and everything's good. Totally joking. But you know what I mean? It's like, it gets crazy when you're a parent. So I came up with 5 tips to de-stress and reconnect every day. And so one is just communicate. Like, communicate with your partner about your stress that day before they get home. Just send a quick text, just like, heads up, it's been a rough day. I've been in the trenches. So before they walk in the door, they're aware that like, you may not be ready to jump in their arms. You might need like, give me 5 minutes. I'm like a little porcupine right now, so, or a cat, like whatever that is, whatever that may be, like just give me 5 minutes. And get on the same page with your partners and come up with a plan. So to get you a moment to mentally and physically unwind from the day. And in most cases, that's going to involve a little bit of teamwork. If you have if you have a child, I was going to say more than one child, but if you have a child, or if your child is below the age of like 10, 10-year-old can kind of like probably entertain themselves for like 10 minutes, but anything other than that, like you're going to need some teamwork here. And number 3, like relax and decompress from the day. And even if it's like you're making dinner by yourself without kids hanging off you, screaming at you for something, you're singing along to some relaxing music, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe it's a bubble bath when the kids go to sleep. Maybe it's a yoga class. That sounds really nice. Get your partner to help. And that goes back to stage 2. But get it done, because it's really, really important to maintain your sanity, or you might actually end up in a padded cell with a straitjacket. And as lovely as that could sound in those moments of insanity, you don't really want to end up there. And then 4, just connect with your partner, because this is really important. And a lot of times it's really easier to just skip this and head straight for like the comfort of sleep. But without the foundation of a great relationship, the stresses of your day as a mama are just really a lot harder. And so investing in this time with your partner at the end of the day are just really important. So, and then it gets just to the, like, the boom, chicka, boom, boom, like, that's just really important too. I don't know why I can't, like, say the word. Yeah, just like, maybe you want to have sex or not, but, you still got it, mama, work it out. So, like, the physical part of your relationship has so many benefits, and it can even help you get a better night's sleep. So just look at it that way, right? It's like, even if you're exhausted, your relationship will benefit, and so will you. So those are my 5 tips to help you decompress and reconnect with your partner, and help you kind of get past that that's sort of like, I guess it is sort of like a sensory overload, and be able to do that at the end of your day, because sometimes that's what's holding me back, at least, is that sensory overload, and I just like don't even want to be touched, or don't even want and if that's what's holding you back, hopefully those 5 tips are helpful to you. And anyways, comment, like, if you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe and ring the bell. If you're watching on IGTV, please like, follow. Instagram, same. Facebook, same. And blog, yes, please. Do subscribe. And Pinterest, go on to my other Facebook and all that good stuff, please. All right, thanks. Good to see you here. We'll see you next time.